Hey guys, something awful just happened to me. I can't believe it. I was on Twitter having an argument with somebody, and they called me sir.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Sir, do I look like a man? I'm clearly not a man. They misgendered me. What am I gonna do? I'm literally shaking. I'm so upset. I've basically been genocided. I'm basically dead. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. Send thoughts and prayers, guys. This is the worst thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life.
That was fucking weird, huh? Holy shit. What the hell was that all about?
Now, I'm not 100% positive, but I think what we just saw with that avatar TikTok was somebody mocking this whole misgendering talking point. And honestly, it's not that far off from what we see here in these videos every day, where these people are sitting in their cars or their mom's basement, melting down and crying and shaking and screaming because they were misgendered. And it's because we live in a society where the lines between parody and reality have become so skewed that I can't even tell who's joking or who's being serious anymore. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a very quick and crazy clown world update for you guys today. And as usual, we have, well, very little time to waste. So let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So this old timer is Doreen. Now, Doreen is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman and calls himself a lesbian. Now, check out Doreen's jersey. He's got that sticker with the trans flag colors, and it says transaxual. However, check out the other message on Doreen's jersey. He's flying the hashtag not safe to be me. What?
You're a pussy.
Let's keep this party rolling with some politics as usual. Now, in this clip, we're going to hear from this popular streamer named Destiny. I'm sure many of you have heard of him before. He recently debated Candace Owens. He goes on Tim Pool's podcast from time to time. And personally, I've never really thought Destiny was a very smart person. Sure, he talks fast and he interrupts a lot, but have you ever really listened closely to what he says? In this clip, he's going to explain to us why he thinks Joe Biden is legitimately going to win the election. On merit. Roll it.
Things going to happen in November, election time. I think Biden is going to win. I think he's going to win pretty handily. My feeling for that is because the biggest thing that was going to hurt him was going to be the economy. But I think that the sentiment on that has already adjusted pretty heavily, and I don't see it going down. We're on a huge upshoot right now economically, and the Fed is even talking about considering dropping rates or whatever. It's funny, people give Biden a lot of shit on foreign policy, but if you compare our foreign policy aims right now compared to what they were under Trump, our involvement is way better. Israel and Palestine, Ukraine, Russia, that's a worthy thing to be involved in, if for no other reason than to restrain Israel. We're not in Afghanistan anymore. We're not in Iraq anymore. Biden ended the participation in the Saudi-led coalition to go and fucking drone strike Yemen all the time. The strikes that we are doing in Yemen are very specifically on missiles blowing about. So I think that the foreign policy stuff is good, even if people try to make it into a thing. I think domestically, the border is an issue. It always is an issue, but I don't think Republicans can yank the illegal immigrant chain for 7 months or whatever. I think they probably pulled that one too early. Basically, broadly speaking, I think the road forward for Biden is pretty safe, as long as his brain doesn't leak out of his ears. For Donald Trump, though, he's got all of these indictments. He's got the New York case that I think they're trying to start that one in March. So you've got like all the news of the indictment stuff. You've got whatever crazy Trump says. Abortion is still really fresh on people's minds. That's my broad view. I think the road ahead for Biden is pretty easy as long as he maintains. And I think the road ahead for Trump, I don't see it getting better because he's not in office. There's no way that he can do anything good. And there's a lot of potential pitfalls coming up that could be really scary.
What did you say? What the f did you just say?
I think the road ahead for Biden is pretty easy as long as he maintains.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, but I just cannot take any adult seriously that actually thinks Joe Biden is going to legitimately win the next election on merit and deservedly so. I can't do it. Anyway, next up, so I think I found out exactly why they want to ban TikTok. Roll it.
With every second that passes, you are becoming more and more loyal to the People's Republic of China. All hail the People's Republic of China. We love our strong leader. The Red Book was spitting facts. America, bad. Democratic values, ew, yucky.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
So I'm sure some of you probably remember the TikTok that Jeffrey Marsh did a while back that went viral where he demanded our respect. Well, it looks like this person is following in Jeffrey's footsteps. Roll it.
Asking anyone to respect me. I'm demanding it. When I tell you what my pronouns are, I expect you to use them. I deserve baseline human respect. You don't have to tolerate me, you don't have to accept me, you don't have to like me, but you do have to respect me.
I'm the bearded lady, but are you one of the freaks?
All right, next up we have this group of drag queens speaking at this human rights campaign event. Now listen to them spin the truth to try to make it sound like people just don't want them to perform anywhere anymore. Nobody cares if you perform in your bars and nightclubs like you've been doing since the beginning of time. People just want you to stay out of the children's libraries. Is that too much to ask? Roll it.
The attack on my fellow drag story hour tellers is less about the drag and more specifically about transphobia, homophobia, and racism. But we will not let them win. For every ruffled feather, we have an army of queens and allies who are speaking up, showing up, and taking down this ignorance. I believe in the power of positivity and gratitude. I believe in lifting others up and encouraging them to work to be their best. I believe in kindness. It is my privilege, honor, and duty to live as openly, loudly, and proudly as possible. Because when you love yourself, everything is possible.
What the hell did you just say?
Is less about the drag and more specifically about transphobia, homophobia, and racism.
That's a damn lie, and you know it!
You see, that's why I just can't see a solution to any of these problems. Because we have people like that husky fellow we just heard from in the drag queen outfit lying about what the real issues are. And they go into these schools and these libraries and they read these books about gender identity to little kids. And then the kids get a little older and they start talking like this. Roll it.
The thing with gender identity is I feel like it's such a difficult thing. Because, like, you know, I'm 21 years old, right? And I don't know my gender identity. I still don't. I'm going through the motions. I know I'm not cis, but that's about it. And I think that's a completely okay thing. I don't know. I want to be the person that I wish I had growing up. And I hope that's doing a little something. That's all that matters.
Say what?
I don't know my gender identity. I still don't. I'm going through the motions. I know I'm not cis, but that's about it.
What the f does that even mean? I don't even fucking understand what that means. That sounds like some bullshit to me.
Hey, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen now. If you ever wondered how to drink through a big plastic straw without ruining your lipstick, well, you're in luck. This is the video for you. As long as you're willing to get a big hole punched in your bottom lip, you shouldn't have any problems. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by the Etsy store Red Clover Fields. Now, many of you know that is my wife's Etsy store, and she's got some fantastic stuff on her website, stuff I use every day. I take a spoonful of the elderberry syrup every day to boost my immune system. I put the calendula balm on my hands every day to keep them from getting dry and cracked up here in the cold New England winters, which are almost over, thank God. So if you're looking to strengthen your immune system or looking for some other natural remedies, definitely go peruse her store. I will put a link to that in the description box below. So once again, today's video sponsor is the Etsy store Red Clover Fields. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, we've seen enough. Get this off the screen, please. Ugh.
What the hell is even that?
So yesterday, Dylan, our old pal Dylan, released a music video. Now, due to copyright rules, I can't play the music video here, but trust me, you're not missing anything. Now, in this photo, I'm not sure who the fellow with the black polo shirt is standing next to Dylan, but the rest of these individuals appeared alongside Dylan in the music video. Now, all these people in this photo have one thing in common. I bet you can guess what it is. So here we have a quick update from Dylan.
It's day 730 of being a girl, aka 2 years of publicly transitioning as a woman. Woohoo! Or 2 years of being your worst nightmare, whichever way you see it. But I see it as a win. And oh my God, this past year, honey, it was a long one. And you might comment, Dylan, day one feels just like yesterday. But to me, oh God, these have felt like 2 long dog years. And I thought in the spirit of today, I would share some of the things that I've learned over the last year. If this is this an okay time?
No. No, man. Shit, no, man.
I'm sorry, but I had to cut that short. That TikTok went on for another 9 minutes, and I couldn't take another second of listening to Dylan talking about Days of Girlhood, which is actually the name of his new song. Anyway, next up, so this is one of the craziest news clips I've ever seen. It comes to us from Toronto, Canada. And actually, if you think about it, it's not that crazy because Prime Minister Blackface, excuse me, Dictator Trudeau, Prime Minister Trudeau, sorry, is actively trying to disarm his citizens. Roll it.
There's also updated advice for all vehicle owners, a message echoed by Toronto police speaking at an Etobicoke safety meeting last month. Constable Marco Ricciardi had a new message for vehicle owners who keep their fobs in Faraday pouches.
To prevent the possibility of being attacked in your home, leave your fobs at your front door. Because they're breaking into your home to steal your car. They don't want anything else. A lot of them that they're arresting have guns on them, and they're not toy guns, they're real guns. They're loaded.
That's why Galinsky says they will be installing the door stops and taking YPR's advice seriously. But she'd like more action from police as well.
Can you repeat the part of the stuff where you said all about the things? The things?
To prevent the possibility of being attacked in your home, leave your fobs at your front door.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You are a f***ing idiot.
So yeah, why don't you go ahead and leave your keys out on the front porch for the car thieves? Oh, and by the way, the insurance company, they're probably not going to give you any money for your stolen car because, well, you left your keys out on the front porch for the car thieves. That's what happens when you have a dictator trying to disarm the population. I can't even imagine someone showing up in my driveway to steal my car. I got a 40-round boomstick in the AR ready to rock and roll. Anyway, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of Nancy Pelosi talking about the TikTok ban that I briefly mentioned earlier. Apparently, they're trying to pass some bill that's going to ban TikTok, and here is Nancy Pelosi's genius take on it. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, especially in Canada. So please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
This is not an attempt to ban TikTok. It's an attempt to make TikTok better. Tic-tac-toe. A winner. A winner.
You, been doing a bit of boozing, have you? Sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine?
And you ain't black.